Hey y'all, it's me Alex. Today I am going to be doing a 3 looks 1 palette video featuring the Menagerie Cosmetics Feral Palette. And I know what you're thinking, Alex, you got this palette like when it first came out. Why haven't you done this one yet? Well, I had created an entire 3 looks 1 palette when it first came out and I was using it and I was loving it, and I had edited like the hour-long footage that I had, and as it was processing, my computer just like completely shut off and destroyed all my work. I kind of took that as a sign from God, and then 2 days later, Menagerie Cosmetics announced that they would be changing up the first 2 shades in the palette here. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait to get those, and it kind of took me a bit because like life was happening, but I did get them and I have been using this for a good long time. And I really do love this palette. I think it is fabulous. I think it's really great that Menagerie really like took the effort to say like, okay, yeah, the original wasn't exactly the greatest, so we're gonna go out and change 2 of the shades. So this is what the palette looks like if you haven't heard already, because like I know I'm the last person to go through this palette. So the shimmers are like pretty good, but I love Menagerie Cosmetics' matte eyeshadow shades. I think they're gorgeous. I especially really love the shade Allium, which is what I have like the purple in this look. I think that's gorgeous. I love Mariposa. Night Eyes is one of the best matte yellows I have ever used in my life. It's a yellowy one, it's in my inner corner, and it is fabulous. The shimmers are kind of like, you can use them. It's like not bad, but it's just not my favorite shimmer formula. Coachera, the like green sparkly one, that one I think I kind of screwed up because I thought you would have to use like a setting spray to kind of make it pop. And now I think it has a little bit of a film on it. It's what I have on my center of my lid. And I did kind of have to work with it after that. I think I'm gonna try and like scrape off the top and see if that helps, because I think that was probably more user error. Pack Leader is pretty good too. That's a pretty good shimmer shade. Like that is just like a good standard one. Wolfling, that shade, the rose gold, it's very, very pretty. It's like a gorgeous shade, but it is so crumbly. I don't know if anybody else got a really crumbly version of it, but it was, I do my eyes before I do like my concealer in my face anyway, but this one, especially if you're gonna use this shade, you really need to just do your eyes first if it's crumbly like mine. If you have it and it's not crumbly, please let me know. I might have just gotten a weird one. I also really love the shade Harmonia. Like I said before, I love the mattes in this palette. They blend so nicely. They're really pigmented. You don't have to like go in and like dig in a lot, and that's like a lot for like colorful mattes. You know, you don't get that all too much. So I'm really impressed by that. I love Menagerie's mattes anyway. Oh, and I'll say the neutrals are good too. Like, they're good. I'm just not a neutrally person. My only gripe was like that this happened to the packaging. That was like the day that I got it. So it's not like a big deal because obviously I can just glue it back together, and I've been meaning to for months. I'm just like bad at actually remembering to do anything. Usually their packaging is really good, but I also know that this was the first palette they've done with a mirror. But other than that, this is honestly one of my favorite palettes I've been using recently. I don't just use this for the 3 looks 1 palette. I love just like using this on a daily basis. I love pairing this with the Dragon Child palette. It's just really fabulous. So that's kind of like my mini review. And as I always say in these types of videos, I think the best way for you to really see how they perform is for me to just go ahead and do the 3 looks. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so for this first look, I have stuff going on outside my window, but this isn't going to be able to get filmed any other time. And I also can't find my eyeshadow primer, so I'm just going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer that I'm working my way through, and I'm going to blend that in and then maybe set that down with a white eyeshadow base. Okay, my camera cut out, but just in case I didn't get this in the shot, I am putting down a white eyeshadow to just set everything down and hopefully help make the color pop a bit more. And I'm putting it under my eyes a bit too. Okay, now that I look officially like pale and terrifying, I'm gonna actually get into the eye look. So I'm gonna do like a 2-tone crease. I am going to start by taking the shade Allium, the bright purple there, and I'm going to put that in the outer part of my crease. I'm going to take Harmonia, this nice little tealy aqua blue shade, and I'm gonna use that in the inner part of my crease. And then I'm gonna go back with some more of the purple, which I'm going to attempt to kind of blend up onto my brow bone a little bit too. I'm going to be doing like a cut crease look with this, so I try and always like blend it up as far as possible. That way I don't accidentally lose any of the color in the cut crease. And I figure if it looks like it goes up too far by the time that I'm finished with it, I can just like put some white eyeshadow over top of it and not worry too much about it. Okay, so now I'm gonna clean up some of that fallout with some makeup remover, and I am actually gonna kind of take it over my lid just a little bit since I am going to be cutting the crease. I don't wanna have to fight too much with the eyeshadow. So now I'm gonna go back with the Born This Way concealer, and this is gonna be a full-on cut crease. So I am going to use this little brush and paint it as close to my lash line as possible and just look up. Let me put a little bit more on there. And I'm just going to fill it in from there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and do that on the other side as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on the lid. I'm going to start off by taking Night Eyes, which is this bright yellow here, and I'm gonna put that on the inner half of my eyes. And then on the outer half, I am going to use the bright orange here, Mariposa. And now I'm just going to take this little e.l.f. blending brush and I'm going to take a tiny bit of Night Eyes and just kind of use that to blend the center. And I'm just going to keep going back and forth until I like the results, basically. And also to just kind of help define the upper part, I'm going to take more of Harmonia, the teal shade, on this little Wet n Wild smudge brush. And I'm just going to draw that across the upper line. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of the purple and blend that in the outer corner. And now to work on my lower lash line, I'm going to go in with some of the green shades. So I'm going to start off by applying Ivy to kind of the outer part of the lower lash line. And I know that this definitely looks out of place right now, but I'm going to fix it, I promise. I'm gonna take some of Huichera, the lime green shimmer shade, and I'm gonna try and go on top of that. I think I'm not actually going to use any shades from this palette for my inner corner just because I feel like this is a lot, and the shimmer shades that come in this palette I don't think would go very well with this look, so I'm just going to use some of my Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter and pop that in my inner corner. And I'm just going to put some more white eyeshadow along my brow bone. And now I'm just going to add some winged liner using my NYX Epic Ink Liner. You don't have to add liner to this look, but I feel like with my eye color it would help. Okay, now I'm just gonna do my mascara and the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look. For my blush, I used the Milani Baked Blush in Berry Amore, and for my lipstick, I used the Milani Matte Liquid Lipstick, the Amore Matte Lip Cream
and loved. So this is my finished look. I also think that this could almost have come close to like using all of the shades in the palette type look, but you know. Okay, so this time I have actually found my eyeshadow primer, so I'm going to use my NYX HD eyeshadow primer. There had to have been a better way to word that sentence, but whatever. So I'm going to start off this one with a neutral transition shade. I'm going to start with Alpha, this gray up here. So I'm just taking that and applying it into my crease, and I'm really blending it upward. And now for the actual crease shade, I'm going to take Crease, this one, the olive green here, and I'm going to apply that over top of where I applied Alpha. And I'm going to put that in my outer corner. So now I'm going to do a half cut crease with this look, so I'm going to take my concealer here and apply that to a tiny little like pencil e-brush and apply that to the front half of my lid. And I'm just going to look up and fill in the rest of the space. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now on that part, I'm going to take Wolfling, the nice rose gold here, and I'm just going to apply that where I put the concealer. And this shade is like really, really soft. I'm like destroying it. So now on the same brush that I used for my crease, I'm going to take a little bit of Ivy, and I'm going to put that on the outer corner and kind of use it to help blend out the center shade. Okay, so now that I've kind of taken care of the rest of my face here, I am going to go back in with Crease, whatever that one is, on my lower lash line. And now I'm just going to use my Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter on my inner corner. And for my brow bone shade, I'm going to use a white shade out of my That palette, the Kat Von D Shade and Light, and I'm just going to take that up on my brow bone. And now I'm going to do some wing liner real quick using my NYX Epic Ink Liner. Now I'm going to do my mascara and my lipstick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so on my lips is the e.l.f. liquid lipstick in the shade Praline, and this is the finished look. Okay, and for this look, I'm again going to use my NYX HD eyeshadow primer to prime my eyes. So for my crease shade, I'm going to take this like hot corally pink called Wisteria, and I'm just going to use it on the like fluffy end of an ABH brush that came in one of my palettes from them. Just use it in my crease. And I'm really kind of trying to bring it up to my brow bone a little bit too, because I've just been really liking that look. I figure like I can always bring it up as far as I want it to, and then if it looks like too weird, I can just cut it with some white eyeshadow. Now I'm going to create a bit of a halo effect. I'm going to take the shade Allium, or Allium? I still don't know how to pronounce this one, but the bright purple here, and I'm going to use that on an e.l.f. blending eye brush, and I'm just going to stick that on the outer and inner corner. And I'm even going to connect it in the middle just a little bit. And then I'm just going to use the same brush I did before to do some blending on that one. And now I'm going to try like the cut crease a little bit in the middle technique, you know, like that some people do for a halo eye. So I'm just going to take my concealer and this little brush. Just going to take a little bit on the tip. So now I'm just going to stick this on the lash line and then cut my crease with it. And I'm just putting it on the very center. And I'm just going to bring that down where I want the bright center shade to go. I think that was semi-successful, so I'm going to do that on the other eye too. I want to go extra colorful, and I'm going to use this lime green shade, Huchera, I think it is. And I'm just going to put that where I cut my crease at the center. I'm using the flat end of the brush that came with the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. And I'm kind of bringing it to the side a little bit so it blends more than what the cut will show you. This is also kind of giving me Beetlejuice vibes a little bit, like the green and the purple together. And then I'm gonna just go in again with a little bit more of the purple. I'm just really trying to make sure that all of these colors are blended really well, but they pop too. And if I take a blending brush that doesn't have any eyeshadow on it and just like blend it between the two, I think that'll really help it. Then I'm gonna put some more of Wisteria in the crease. Okay, so now I did my face products real quick because I just had to, I felt the need to just go ahead and do all that as opposed to just like my concealer. So I think I'm not going to add too many more colors to this look because this is getting like a little extra already. Not that I mind or any of y'all mind. Now I'm going to take, where is that brush? The brush that had Wisteria on it, and I'm going to put that along the lower lash line. Whoa, that got real blown out real fast. Okay, guess I'm looking like this now. And then I'm going to take more of the purple and put that on the outer and inner corner of that. Just so I can say I've used almost every shade in this palette, I'm going to use Pack Leader, which is a shimmery pinky coral. And I'm going to put that in the center of the lower lash line. It's not much, but it does, like, it allows me to say I've used almost every shade in this palette for the video. And I'm going to take my makeup remover and just go into the inner corner just a little bit because I do want to put the yellow shade in the inner corner just a little bit, and I figure if I remove some of the purple that's going on in there, that might help it. And now that I've revealed my secret plan for the rest of this look, I am going to go in with Night Eyes, this matte yellow. And this is like a rarity for me because I barely ever do a matte color on the inner corner, but this is really worth it. And for my brow bone, I'm just going to stick this matte white up there like I've been doing with the other two looks. I'm just trying to pan this shade, to be honest. And now I'm going to do my lashes and my lips real quick, and I will be right back. Okay, so for my lips, I use the NYX Powder Puff Lippy in the shade Squad Goals, and this is the finished look. Alright y'all, that is it for this video. By the way, if you're wondering about my thoughts on Menagerie's new releases, I do want the Flamingo palette, the little like mini one, but I'm gonna wait on that one because I do have a lot of those colors, and I'm so sad that I couldn't do the Whale Song palettes like
pre-launch or pre-order or whatever because I'm on a no-buy for Lent, but as soon as Lent is over and like I can go and buy that palette, I am so excited about it because I love blues and greens and I'm really excited for Menagerie to do that. Yeah, I think that is it for this video. So thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos from me. And I'll see you on my next one. Hope you'll have a wonderful day. Bye!